something that will come, difficult, agreed, because it cannot be explained. But with some limitation, we will try. What was the question? Huh? Tell me.
Nami is always with us.
That is right. But what was the question? How can we feel the presence of Nami, at least at the time of chanting? How can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. How can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? Acha. When we chant, when we attentively chant, and when we start hearing, the feeling wells up. Yeah. When we attentively chant and hear the chanting, the feeling wells up. Good. Then, anything else? Witnessing. யாரோ விட்னஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி. Chanting, we feel, it is felt that chanting is being witnessed. Yes, good. ശബ്ദവും ശ്വാസവും ഒന്നിച്ചു പോകുമ്പോൾ അത് ശരി. ഒന്നിച്ചു പോകുമ്പോൾ അതിനുശേഷം എന്താ വേണം? എങ്ങനെയാണ് നാമിയുടെ സാന്നിധ്യം നമ്മൾ അറിയാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത്? സ്വാമിയുടെ സാന്നിധ്യം അറിയാനല്ല, നാമിയുടെ സാന്നിധ്യം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് നമുക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? നാമം ചൊല്ലുമ്പോൾ. നിൽക്കട്ടെ. ശ്വാസവും ശബ്ദവും അല്ലേ, ശ്വാസവും ശബ്ദവും ഒന്നിച്ചു ചേരുമ്പോൾ അതുണ്ടാവുന്നുണ്ടോ? ആ ഫീലിംഗ് വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? നാമി ഉണ്ടെന്നൊരു ഫീലിംഗ് മെല്ലെ വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? When it is felt, when the breathing and the chanting go together. Somewhere near, don't worry about the rights and wrongs.
One which I do, Swamiji, is that I mentally pray, I'm not able to feel your presence. I mentally pray, I'm not able to feel your presence. Make me feel your presence, be victorious in my heart so I can feel your presence in my heart. With that, I keep chanting the Ram Nam, be victorious in my heart. Then suddenly there is a feeling of tremendous amount of love. Again it goes away. Again there is chanting. Again I'm seeing
Simple word, no.
No, she's telling in a simple way.
No, simple you.
No.
In 2 lines.
In 2 lines, she'll pray like that.
By let her say, you know.
Only 2 sentences.
Swamiji, I pray to him that be victorious in my heart so that I feel your presence in me.
Again, bring it shorter.
Pray to him, Swamiji, that he should make his presence felt in my heart. I pray to him that he may make his
I pray to him
to make his presence felt in my heart.
to make
Make his presence felt in my heart.
Prayer.
The question is, how can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting?
No, that's what at the
She's
time.
using the prayer.
Let her say, no. Why are you?
I use Ram Nam.
I use you.
I use Ram Nam as a prayer to ask him to reveal himself in my heart. With every Ram Nam, I'm asking him, please reveal yourself in my heart. That is how I pray in the Ram Nam. Every Ram Nam is a prayer to him.
Okay, that is okay. Now this question should give you some other approach, you know. How can we feel the presence of the Nami?
That is the time when something happens.
What happens?
And then again it goes away. What happens? There is a feeling of love towards him.
Yes, Swamiji, when we continue.
1 minute. We are trying to get, you know, some small words from him, from her.
Chanting with love.
Chanting
Chanting with love, or it is love for the Nami that comes
Chanting with love gives the feeling of his presence. So you can say prayer with the chanting gives the feeling. Okay.
Give the awareness of the Nami for a second.
Simple word, you know. Yeah, we are, because it cannot be. It's feeling, you know.
Maybe feeling also.
It should come from our experience, you know. Not intellect is not guiding us.
Swamiji, continuously when we chant Ram Nam, and then after some time while inhaling and exhaling, also you feel that the Nam is going on. So is there only.
That is okay. We are asking, you know, how can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? It's a tough job, agreed. Very difficult. So we chant and we see how does it. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Just like somebody said, breathing. Anything to do with that sound?
Sound comes out only because of the breath.
We feel the sound. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
എന്തെല്ലാം ജയിക്കുമ്പോൾ കൂടെ കേൾക്കാം സാർ.
Mentala javi karte?
എന്തെല്ലാം ജയിക്കുമ്പോൾ കൂടെ അത് കേൾക്കണം, ഫീലാണ്, എനിക്കത് തിരിയണം.
Mentala javi karte?
അപ്പോൾ തിരിയരുത്,
Sound.
സൗണ്ട് തിരിയരുത്, அந்த நாமம் தெரியும். ஆயிரத்தி ஜெயிக்காட்டா கூட தெரியும்.
Typing it out. The sound that is heard during the mental chanting helps the feeling of his presence. Yeah. Good.
ജപിക്കുമ്പോൾ നാമത്തിന്റെ ശബ്ദത്തിനായിട്ട് ശരീരത്തിൽ രോമാഞ്ചം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. രോമത്തിൽ വന്നാൽ എങ്ങനെ
Anybody else?
Nami is not an object to be found in mind or body.
How can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting?
We should know that Nami is not an object to be found in mind or the body.
The mind has got a tendency to bring some concept about Nami that should not be there because he is not the he is not the object. Then, one more step. Wait. Nami, it's a good point. Nami is not that is why we cannot say we realize or something. The feeling. The Nami cannot be objectified. That awareness helps in feeling his presence.
We may seek his guidance. Nami's guidance we may seek.
Nami.
Guidance. We may seek his guidance.
That's what he says.
No, that's very important. When chanting, during chanting, the mind tries to objectify the Nami and fails. Then the realization comes that she is the subject. During chanting, the mind tries to objectify the Nami and fails. I don't get it. I'm trying. He is witness, he is this, that, he is this, like that. I fail. Then the realization comes that he is the subject. It cannot be objective. There ends the matter, the feeling also. Let us see. Then.
She wanted to say something.
Usually we say his Nami presence is there when chanting is starting. So if physically, verbally or vocally or
Mentally.
silently, if we are chanting, our mindset says, yes, he is present.
He's saying when we slowly chant,
well,
at that time,
last line.
Then the
presence is there only, then chanting will be. So if chanting is starting,
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful, that's a beautiful point. That's a beautiful point. Where stop.
we say chanting with his permission.
Chanting becomes possible only because of him,
Yes.
because of him. This helps the feeling of his presence. Correct. Yes, very nice. Again.
Automatically, when he will come, I'm chanting, I'm not chanting, he is chanting.
Yeah. So when chanting is done without ownership, chanting is done without feeling that I am chanting. Chanting when taken up without the feeling. No. Chanting done, so long as I feel I am chanting, I will not be able to feel his presence. So for putting it in a positive way, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Chanting is going on.
Swamiji, like he said, when we start the chanting, we have intellectually accepted the fact that he is present within us. All we are doing is calling out to him.
No, that's okay. How can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? When we get the key, we might be able to stretch it. We are searching for the key.
Only I think we can remember that I am, what is that Gandhiji says, no? I am there because, what is that? I am there because he exists. I am there because he is there. Something like that.
I exist because he exists.
There is one sentence, Swamiji. I am there, it means because he is there only I am there. If he is not there, I am not there. There is some sentence, strong sentence I'm not giving.
When we are chanting, all our thoughts, other thoughts are arrested. That itself shows that he is helping us to chant.
Let not the intellect bring out, We are trying to find out how can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting. Though he is with us at all times, we are unable to feel to chanting. Our master says gradually it will to remember him, remembrance will go to God consciousness, and then it will stay with us. Okay. So we are all in the primary classes. So now we are trying to understand during the chanting, how do I feel his presence? Half an hour chanting, at least one chanting, I must be able to feel his presence. I may be feeling his presence, but now feeling, to express it, I may be struggling. But any other method by which we try to understand it better, that's all. It has got limitation, you can understand. Everybody is feeling, otherwise they will not be chanting, surely. The feeling is there in everybody, though not in this form. And you will go through again what all came out. How can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? Number one. When we attentively chant and hear, the feeling wells up. It is felt that chanting is being witnessed. It is felt that the breathing and chanting go together. Chanting with love gives the feelings of his presence. The sound that is heard during mental chanting helps the feeling of his presence. The sound that we hear. Okay. During chanting, the mind tries to objectify the Nami and fails. Then the realization comes that he is the subject. Chanting becomes possible only because of him. This helps the feeling of his presence. Anything else?
Complete surrender to his will.
Huh?
Complete surrender to his will. Whatever that is happening.
That is right. How can we feel the presence of the Nami at the time of chanting? The surrender means the thinking factor in us stops. The thinking factor is I am chanting. No. Surrender means the thinking factor is not there. Retaining the thinking factor when we say surrender, no. It's not becoming surrender. We are all telling about surrender, keeping the sense of individuality, no. That is not the surrender. So the thinking factor in us, feeling wells up when the thinking factor is feeling.
Suppose the thinking factor.
Feeling
That prays and surrenders and asks.
is felt. Feeling is felt when thinking factor quits.
Swamiji, when the thinking factor is surrendering in the Ramna to the Nami.
Again, when you bring so many words, intellect plays in. You want to frame that sentence, this and that.
No, sorry, okay.
Feeling is felt when thinking factor quits. It could be. We don't have to say this is the right thing. We are trying to refine our approach. Ultimately, it can never be expressed. It can never be expressed. So we are trying to express the inexpressible. So naturally, the limitation is there. Feeling can never be put in the words, So but at the same time, it might help us to feel the feeling, It might help us to feel the feeling. Beyond that, we need not. We are not trying to get an answer. It is impossible. It is not possible. It is not at all possible. But then why are we doing this? Probably this might help us to remove that which is blocking the feeling. Anyway, everybody has got some idea now, this exercise. Let us not bother about the formation of the word.
சத்சங்க நடக்கிறது நீங்கள் கொஸ்டின் கேட்கறது நாங்கள் ஆன்சர் சொல்றோம் எல்லாமே அதோட ப்ரெசன்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால
ஆமாம், அந்த ப்ரெசன்ஸை சொல்ல முடியலையே,
அதை சொல்ல முடியாது.
சொல்ல முடியாது 100%. பட் ஸ்டில் என்னத்தினால பண்ணுறோம்னு சொன்னால் நம்ம வாசிக்கிறோமே அது மாதிரி. Though he is not, still we are reading, we are chanting, doing everything. So that somehow I was remembering one word of Papa. The object of sadhana is to release life from limitation with which it is bound. It is a process of elimination of the impurity, stiffness and narrowness that have clogged your being, and the revealment of the divine knowledge and power and love, so that you may shine as a unique expression of truth. The object of sadhana is to release sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found. Sadhana is not something we are doing it. Sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found in your nature, so that you can spontaneously reveal the eternal truth of your being. You should be very clear about this. Let us not think chanting is a sadhana.
What is sadhana, Swamiji?
Sadhana consists anything. It's an internal thing that is going on, by which we are removing all these, and the original one comes out.
Removing all the limitations. Huh?
Eh?
What are we removing?
What are we removing? Tell me, what are we removing?
Limitations.
Eh?
Obstacles.
Obstacles. That which is covered, no? Sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found in your nature, so that you can spontaneously reveal the eternal truth of your being. That is the feeling, no? Feeling of the Nami. So that you can spontaneously feel the Nami. Sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found, so that we can spontaneously reveal. So the obstacles, we can say the mother of the obstacle is the thought. So when the chanting helps us to still the mind, this is what is happening. Still the mind free from all thoughts. So I think we can concentrate on this. Feeling is felt when thinking factor quits. Something we'll try. It is difficult to express, put it in words, because it is feeling, not a thought. So how can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? Papa says sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found in your nature, so that you can spontaneously reveal the eternal truth of your being, the Nami. When we attentively chant and hear the chanting, the feeling wells up. It is felt that chanting is being witnessed. It is felt when the breathing and chanting go together. Chanting with love gives the feeling of His presence. Prayer with chanting gives the feeling. The sound that is heard during mental chanting helps the feeling of His presence. During chanting, the mind tries to objectivate the Nami and fails. Then the realization comes that he is the very subject, not an object. Chanting becomes possible only because of him. This helps the feeling of his presence. Feeling is felt when thinking factor quits. So something is emerging, something is emerging. In order to concretize that, we will read a few lines about Nami. Then watch ourselves, whether it is helping us. The Nami silently dwells within us. The Nami becomes evident when me and mine fall away. Nami pervades the universe. Let deeds flow as spontaneous expressions of the Nami. Nami is the beginning, middle, and end of all happenings. Nami is the real doer. Nami, who is love, dwells in the heart. All are one in the Nami. Nami expresses as innocence and sincerity. Each life is uniquely the Nami's expression. Rest in the protecting grace of the Nami. Awaken the sleeping divine consciousness, the Nami. Nami is the origin of all creation and the great provider. The master, the Nami, has a master plan for our lives. Nami is with us, has always been with us. Nami within us is doing all. Nothing is ours, everything belongs to God, the Nami. Harmonize outer activities with the remembrance of the Nami. Remove the veil that hides the presence of the Nami. Nothing is irrelevant or insignificant because everything comes from the Nami. Each of us is unique, born to reveal the Nami uniquely. The Nami is everywhere, do not limit him. The Nami is the eternal light and joy pervading the universe. Nami is the witness of all thoughts. Nami is the silent presence behind the mind. Offer your heart to the Nami with gratitude. Trust the guidance of the Nami in all situations. Perform every action as an offering to the Nami. Let remembrance of the Nami guide every step of life. Perform every action as an offering to the Nami. The Nami silently directs everything in our life. Recognize the Nami as unasked grace. Recognize the Nami as the divine designer. The Nami, when remembered, helps us evaluate before plunging into action. The Nami expresses as dexterity in action, the art of skillful work. The Nami expresses as righteousness, then tackle our challenges. The Nami awakens expansive love, move towards lasting happiness. Give priority to the Nami. Recognizing the core of our being, the Nami, leads to humbleness. The Nami blossoms through utter humility, leads towards success. No. Inner riches uplift everyone. So we are now trying to bring in the Nami in all our guidelines. So every now and then, suppose we bring it out as a book, okay. And every sadhaka tries to lead 1 or 10 of this early morning. It might help. Because the Nami cannot be objectified. But still, just like we are chanting his name, it is an object. Similarly, we are using the method of objectifying the goal to make us know that he is not the object. We are reading, we are chanting, everything, it is an object. But just like through the form, we are trying to connect ourselves with the formless. Through the name is an object. Through the name, we are trying to connect ourselves with the subject. Yeah. So for that, this might help. We have to try. As we were drafting this, it was welling up. Nothing else, only Nami, 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 Nami. Chanting of the Nami touches and kindles the feeling. That is why probably we were asked to chant the Vishnu Sahasranama. Because 1,008 times when we do that, yeah, we are not attentively chanting. Because Sanskrit, many may not be aware of the meaning also. Some words we will remember. But the tune, the sound, all these things we know, we are chanting the name of Lord Mahavishnu. So somewhere, it will be there. A fence, we are fencing inside so that the thought will not go out. That is why it is strongly recommended, congregational Vishnu Sahasranama chanting. On the 5th of this month, thousands, that's what they say, assembled in Ram Sri Ram temple to chant Vishnu Sahasranama. Big function. We were at that time in Bombay. We were to go, then they said no. Because when collectively chanting, the same thing, not the same repetition, but there are 1,008 names. Our what is his name? Trishur. Huh? Narayana Tapovanashram. Umananda Swamiji every year conducts 7 days Satram. On the last day or in between one day, exclusively, nearly 500 to 1,000 people will be there. Then this Vishnu Sahasranama is chanted. In one go it will go. Previously we were wondering what would be the tangible gain. But later on when we start hearing it, when somebody saw and hearing, many devotees come, they are all well versed in so many things. So they would like to render when they come to Ramana building. Yesterday also the Sri Suktam was chanted by the children. And then we were watching what is happening. In 1954 or 55, grandfather taught us the same Sri Suktam. And then the connection was going on. Mind is not going anywhere. We were traveling with the sound and we were going along with sound. This is the tangible gain. So to some extent, the mind is being tamed. The thinking factor is tamed and directed to concentrate on one. Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, Bhagavad Gita chanting. But we should not live like that. Because we are not feeling, only that person will know whether the feeling of his presence is welling up. Our idea is to somehow feel the presence. Unknowingly, we concentrate on the chanting, Attentive, that is why he says, consciously chanting, attentively chanting. That means the thinking factor should not be there. That is what is meant by consciously chanting. Nothing else comes, only chanting. Something. So we will try to do that. Nami expresses as righteousness. Nami expresses as dexterity in action. Nami awakens expansive love. Give priority to Nami. Recognizing the core of our being, the Nami leads to humbleness. Nami blossoms through utter humility. Inner riches matter. Connect to the higher consciousness daily, the Nami. Be aware of the stillness within, who is the Nami. So that all these things will keep on Nami, 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 Nami. The fence is put. Beyond that, the mind does not go. First stage. Please think about it. It's a good exercise for all of us. The real sadhana. You should also add this at the time of the last, as a last, this question, how to feel the presence of the Nami, at least at the time of chanting.
So that we will try to concentrate on that.
Because we have done eight guidelines. 8 guidelines, and then we slowly stop. We stop with slow chanting of Ramnam. And then we are asking this question, have I been able to feel? Sorry, that is the wrong thing. Has the feeling of his presence rising up? Or as the feeling has been felt? Has the feeling of the Nami felt? And we will not ask for any answer. We will leave them to think. Because we don't want any answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. This also can be improved. And then we sit quiet for 5 minutes. We must have shared, now we remember again, many years back when Shimanji was conducting the Gita Jnana Yajna, first day there were 7 days. It was a 7-day program. So first day everything went off, 6:30 to 8. At 7 o'clock, 7:37, 10 minutes before, we stopped. In the big Maidan, so many people are there. The entire control switch of the Yajnashala, wherever, it has been brought to his table. Then he said, I will switch off the light and we will play the Nirvana Shabdam. He did not say anything. So he switched off. The Chimya Mission tune is very, very inspiring. Mano Budhyahankar Chitta Ninaham. Like that. So that was played. At the end, Shivoham, Shivoham. There was stillness or silence. Then he switched on the light. We did not say anything. So we were all getting up. This 600, 700 or 1,000 people coming out, in a very silent way. Just imagine, like an automaton. Nobody looks at another. We were going through the exit. As soon as we reached the road, bus, I ran. Everybody ran. Somebody wanted to their vehicle, somebody engaged auto rickshaw, somebody. Next day, Swamiji said, you were able to keep up till you came out of the Yajnashala, as if he was watching. Today we will try to reach up to the bus stop or the taxi stand. Then intellect became alert. But still it was guiding us. Slowly going, not rushing up. Next day he said, till you sat, everything was okay. When the conductor was there, immediately you were back. No. Today you will try to keep it up throughout your travel. The next day he said, when you reach home again, you will keep it up. Like that 7 days, step by step, he made us to retain as much as possible what we got from during that chanting period. All other thoughts were arrested. All thoughts were arrested. And because he had explained to us the meaning, to a very great extent, we were able to follow the meaning. Where it is only a negation, no, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. As Papa says, sadhana is only to remove the obstacles. So this also mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. Like that, when we're traveling with that feeling, it helps us. So similarly, we should also try in your Namosava. The last portion should be such that it is a veritable demonstration of removing the obstacles and enabling us to have a peep, a glimpse. Don't you think so? Virtual demonstration. So the question today he gave us was, how does how can we feel the presence of the Nami at least at the time of chanting? At least while chanting, okay. Sadhana consists in removing the obstacles that are found in your nature so that you can spontaneously reveal the eternal truth of your being. Okay. Every day he is giving us some guidance. Fantastic. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.